I want to start this episode with the biggest nothing controversy I think I've seen in a long time.
Oh no.
The Jays have a new bench coach.
Oh, okay. Yes. Yeah.
And some people loved it, some people hated it.
Yo,
It's a bench coach. Who
like,
cares?
so yeah, if obviously if you lived under a rock, it was announced Don Mattingly
Yeah.
is now the bench coach of the Blue Jays.
Yeah.
Managed the Marlins for 7 years, was the 2020 NL Manager of the Year.
Mm-hmm.
Played with the Yankees, or
Mm-hmm.
arguably has a Hall of Fame career. Should be in the Hall of Fame for
Yeah.
like how good he was.
Yeah.
And
Was
yeah, he's
the Dodgers manager at the beginning of this run of success,
yeah, and then
which is
over.
notable because he was the manager of a young Cody Bellinger.
Was he?
Mm-hmm. I've
wait,
seen that brought up numerous times now
wait a second.
because there's a connection between Bellinger and Mattingly, and that just forwards the whole process of Bellinger over Nimmo. That's what I've been told.
What year did Cody Bellinger come up? Because Don Mattingly left in 2015.
What year was that then? Because I heard he managed Cody Bellinger. There was a connection to Bellinger. Maybe he came up for spring training or something.
I'm gonna guess that because I don't think Bellinger came up until 2017. So we're grasping at straws there, but I could see the connection.
Yeah.
But yeah, that'd be cool. So, but yeah, people were like, Don is like a no nonsense guy, and he was like, his main thing was like, he came out with a quote that was basically like, analytics are ruining baseball.
Right.
I'm just like, old curmudgeon being an old curmudgeon.
I don't mind that though. Like we have a full team of analytics guys. Like that's what they're gonna do. I don't mind having one guy that's not afraid to be like, fuck the analytics, keep Gosman in for this bad.
And he's not. First of all, and to everyone's shock and surprise, he's not the manager.
No, he doesn't really have much of a say.
This is still John Schneider's team. Don Mattingly is just gonna be talking to the players, and they've even come out and said multiple times, even Bo Bichette, but when Charlie got fired originally, was we need there's guys here that need to be held more accountable, myself included, and that Don Mattingly is going to be one of those guys that holds them accountable better.
Yeah. He's been around. He's done it. He's got success as a player. He's got success as kind of success as a manager.
And even on a smaller note, it's almost like we have a Don Mattingly, generationally great first base hitting talent.
Yeah.
You know who we also have on our team, a generationally great hitting first base talent.
Yeah, their numbers are super similar through that point of their careers too. So
yeah, Don, he should be. He's gonna be
It's a nothing burger, man.
It's a nothing burger until we find out that he burns the home run jacket. It's just
that's so cool. I mean, at some point you have to retire the home run jacket.
At some point, yeah. There's gonna reach
we're going on a year and a half.
Yeah,
it'll be 2 years coming up.
Hey, as long as the Padres keep their chain, the Orioles keep their dollar store chain.
Yeah.
The Red Sox, well, they're bad, so they're not going to do the golf cart or the shopping cart thing anymore.
No, they already stopped that, right?
Yeah, they did because they sucked ass.
That's the thing. It's just it works, but I mean, eventually it's kind of
it works when you're good.
Get something new.
Yeah, it works when you're good.
They do update the jacket, so I'll give them that. The jacket looks different every now and then. They had a postseason jacket too, so I guess that's a little different.
It had a Pirates logo on it.
Yeah, that was strange.
Because they went full in with the pirate thing.
And strange stuff. But hey, it is what it is. I really don't really care. I think it's cool to have Don Mattingly on the staff. Maybe he helps, maybe he doesn't. Maybe he does absolutely nothing.
You know what? I'm gonna put this into the air because even though I don't want to. So say things go terrible for the Blue Jays and John Schneider's gone.
Sure,
Mattingly.
He's just gonna slide in as the manager.
Right,
exactly. It's not
which I don't think will happen, but
in the one thing here is it sounds bad, but I couldn't tell you the name of our bench coach at the end of last year.
I remember it because I just saw it a couple days ago. It was Casey Candale. He was the Bison's manager for the year, and then
that's how meaningless the bench coach is. I didn't know who it was.
Yeah, the bench coach is so meaningless. The White Sox decided it was a good idea to hire Charlie Montoya.
Exactly. That's the side that's hating on Don Mattingly is the side that also hated on Charlie. And I mean, it doesn't matter. They hired him over there. We can hire Don Mattingly. It doesn't matter. It's a nothing burger.
it's just
I'm not worried.
it's just like surprising to me that
It is weird.
like there's like a chain of like levels of people you can blame for stuff.
Mhm.
There's at the moment it's like John Schneider, like
Mhm.
I was gonna say Louis Rivera. I can't remember the hitting coach. Guillermo Martinez, that's his name.
Mhm.
And like Pete Walker. Like and then you get to the bench coach, man.
Yeah.
Like the bench coaches like make suggestions and be like, all right, you think we could do this or maybe
Mhm.
that, and then it's just like, yeah, and then you talk to Pete and you talk to John, and then it's like, yeah, you see, we go from there.
Mhm.
But yeah, Don is gonna be more of an on the field guy. He's not gonna be in the fucking
No.
analytics
We're not
part. So
making
like,
decisions and stuff. Like, it's fine.
no, like, so
I
yeah,
I'm I don't really care. I think it is what it is. Who like it's
Donnie
just a
Blue Jay,
it became a much bigger story than it needed to be. Don
yeah,
Mattingly's a name. It's cool to have him. Hopefully it
yeah,
goes well.
Donnie Blue Jay. Let's go.
Before we move on to more Blue Jay stuff, shout
Yes.
out to Team Canada.
Or do
They
we have to?
they did their best.
They scored 2 goals in 3
They
games.
scored two, but they scored, so that's a big
One
win.
of them was an own goal.
One of them was an own goal. Yeah, well, you know what? They scored. And that's all that matters. Alfonso Davies. Oh, I did. You know what? I gotta bring it up. What the fuck's that guy's name? Something Evans? No,
Something. No, it was
I don't know.
Chris. It was Chris
Chris
something.
something. I don't even. I didn't even take the time to learn his name.
No, good. Fuck that article, man.
Oh
That
my
article.
god, he doubled down.
Yeah,
He like tripled down. He like commented like 3 times that day when he posted that stupid article.
yeah. So for people that didn't read it, and you're better people than we are because we had to look at the dribble.
It's verbal diarrhea. I got lost halfway through.
He essentially got mad because Alfonso Davies like he didn't talk to the media until after the second game of the World Cup.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was like like I'm gonna not butcher I'm gonna butcher this quote. He was essentially like, when you're playing for Team Canada, it's not a private entity anymore. It's a public company. Hi, Chris. You mean like the people that you write for?
Just I like he talked to who he had to talk to.
Like if
he
there's
doesn't owe you a goddamn thing.
if there is one player
Yeah.
in Canada you cannot shit talk, it is Alfonso Davies.
Yeah.
That man is not 100%.
No.
We knew this coming into the World Cup, and he was still the best player on the field.
Yes. In that stupid ass article too, he wrote like, oh, he was here late, a couple days late because he was allegedly getting treatment from his home club. I'm like, what's wrong with that?
He was wearing earrings during training, and it's like, are you really? That's because he's one of the he's the highest paid player on the team. Like, are you kidding me? That's where
he was basically saying that his star is too big for Team Canada, and like we don't need that. Like,
no.
Ronaldo's out here trying to take goals away from his teammates right now, and you think Alfonso Davies is a problem?
Yeah, that's
just come on now, man. That's like I don't know what to say.
Yeah, shout out Alfonso Davies.
I don't think it's a coincidence that he's going after the biggest black guy on our team. I don't think I need to say it, but
no.
I didn't hear any criticism of Alistair Johnson,
who didn't have a great World Cup. Let's be honest.
Nothing.
Like
none of the people that are my color seem to get any criticism from what's his name. I don't even know.
Exactly.
But the biggest possible star we could have also happens to be black, and he seems to be taking the heat for some reason.
Yeah.
Not sure what it is. Brutal. Man, we have no soccer coverage in this country.
No.
The people are just like secondary guys that usually do
for once. I finally agreed with something Sid Sixero said.
Yeah,
everybody comes out of the woodwork every 2 to 4 years and thinks they're a football fan, a footy fan, and then you're like, and then you go away for 2 more years being like, what is it? I don't know what the sport is. It's cool.
Yeah,
like
in fairness, this is the only tournament where people will be like, oh, you don't watch soccer the rest of the year, you don't watch the sport the rest of the year. It's like, well, no, but I do have eyes.
I do like my country.
I'm like, yeah, and I'm like, I also watched the Tiba Hutchinson barely stand in the second game, and I'm like, I probably shouldn't. He probably should have been done somewhere a little earlier. And I'm like, I don't have to watch soccer all year to realize that he is not healthy.
40 years old at the World Cup will do that to you.
He didn't have it anymore. I'm like, I don't have to be an expert to be able to see.
He was half an inch from scoring a great header, though.
Yeah,
unfortunate.
But hey, it is what it is. Their time is done. It was a good run. What a crazy tournament.
Yeah.
It's done for me. I don't need to watch any more of it. But so many upsets.
Germany's out. Belgium's out.
Yeah. Spain almost went out. Uruguay went out today.
Yeah, Ghana went out today too.
Japan's moving on.
Japan topped their group.
Yeah,
with Spain and Germany.
Yeah, I think they're the Korean Republic, right? I think they're called
South Korea, something like that.
I think
But
they're called the Korean Republic, regardless of what it is.
They went
They
through.
just beat Portugal today.
Yeah, like they're good, man.
Crazy stuff. Yeah, it's just too bad it's in Qatar and it's an absolute disaster.
Yeah,
way too much around there.
Back to
our podcast.
Back to the Blue Jays. So this, like, there's just a bunch of like mini stories that we could bring up. Like, yeah,
Cool.
Ken Rosenthal said like, oh yeah, the Red Sox can improve at catching, and there's Christian Vasquez, and then he mentioned the Blue Jays catchers. First off, Ken Rosenthal, what do the Red Sox exactly have that the Blue
There's
Jays
not
want?
one guy on that team that can take any of our catchers
other than Rafael Devers.
Yeah, and even then, it's just not going to happen.
Right, like, or Garrett. Like, I mean, Garrett.
No, everyone said Whitlock, and I'm like,
Whitlock would be nice, but I'm not giving up Alejandro Kirk, Danny Jansen, or Gabriel Brandiford.
Like, it's not worth it. There's better options elsewhere.
Yeah.
Why would I go to Boston?
Yeah.
Why do I don't want to play Danny Jansen more?
No. Well, okay. Well,
No.
actually, since we're on the topic with Danny Jansen, we could just bring this up now.
Sure.
JP Morosi basically was on MLB Network, and he's basically talking about Sean Murphy, who's like, and like Danny Jansen being probably the two biggest candidates to get traded this offseason, which hurts my heart even harder. So and then he mentioned obviously the St. Louis Cardinals, which I jokingly gave Brant a minor heart attack with at the end of last episode. But it's making sense. So it kind of seems like the Lars Nootbaar thing is like a real.
It's moving. Makes no sense, but it's moving.
Yeah, who doesn't make sense for us?
Yeah, but I gotta give up Jano for it.
I know, but like, dude, if you've looked at Lars Nootbaar's baseball savant page, oh my god, it's all red.
Yeah, I know.
It's all red.
I know.
And he can play center field.
So and he's Japanese.
And he's a lefty.
Like something I learned last episode.
Yeah, multicultural.
I'm learning all these things about Lars Nootbaar.
Yeah, so I'm just hoping
culture.
I'm just hoping that I don't want Jano to be gone.
No, me neither. Yeah, I would much rather see either of the other two go for something big.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah,
anything can happen, right? Nothing's happened yet. That's just it's surprising to me that we've come this far and done nothing.
Yeah, winter meetings are next week, so that's kind of like everybody's oh, this is where everything's gonna get done, kind of thing,
right?
And watch nothing get done.
Well, I was gonna say we hope things get done, but
yeah,
I don't know, man.
So then I guess the next thing we could talk about was MLB.com put out their 2023 Rookie of the Year candidates for every team, and for the Blue Jays, it's not even like it's Yosfer Zulueta, and I'm like, his brother's gonna come out the MLB.com. His brother's gonna come out the bullpen probably if he comes up.
Yeah, like he's absolutely gonna come out the bullpen.
And also Addison Barger exists.
Yeah,
like Spencer Horwitz exists. Like there's a couple people.
Gabby Moreno.
Gabby Moreno exists. He played 20 games last year. Like
I don't know.
Like
it doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
I think if this team, if Zulu is on this team in any way, shape, or form, it is because he is dominant and in AAA, and it's halfway through the year. He's not like
he's not coming up early enough to win the Rookie of the Year as a reliever.
Like let's look
When's
at
the last reliever to win Rookie of the Year? Did Devin Williams win it?
Yeah, he won it in 2020 because he was actually filthy. I think he had like a 0.5 ERA.
Yeah.
But yeah,
but other than that, like relievers don't win this thing.
Let's just look at the others. Gunnar Henderson for the Orioles makes sense. Yeah. Like Tristan Cassis makes sense
a little bit.
Anthony Volpe makes sense.
Sure.
Like, and then Curtis Mead. It's the Rays. I have no idea who that is, but he's gonna be a stud. Let's see, Oscar Colas, who's probably the top prospect for the White Sox. Bo Naylor, brother of Josh. Like
good old Bo.
Drew Waters was Canadian up a little bit. Hunter Brown, Josh. Yeah, all of these guys are like top prospects that make sense for these people to be up. Like, and then there's
Zulueta even on the top 100.
I believe.
I don't know the rankings very well, but
he's got to be. Like, I'm pretty sure. I know we have like 4 or 5 guys on the top 100. Like,
I didn't think Zulu was one of them. But
let's see.
Obviously, Orelvis.
Zulu's the number. Oh wow, he's not actually in top 100.
Didn't think so.
That is crazy. All right.
So yeah.
Wait. The explanation that MLB.com gives is the 24-year-old right handler certainly has the stuff to appear in the majors last year and would have done so.
True.
Perhaps
he got hurt.
Yeah, he got hurt. His upper 90s fastball remains a plus pitch, while his curve, slider, and change all flash above average. Despite that mix, his injury concerns mean he's headed for the bullpen, but he could dominate there for Toronto and join Devin Williams and Craig Kimbrell as Rookie of the Year relievers.
That's it.
You know what? If we have a Devin Williams just sitting and
well, his stuff does play to what we kind of need, right? Like he's got that upper 90s.
Yeah.
Like we don't really have that in the pen right now.
He has the swing and miss stuff.
Yeah. So
just be healthy.
Maybe
don't be Nate.
I just don't see a spot for him.
Yeah.
Not enough to make this team and be a Rookie of the Year candidate.
Unless.
But if one of these catchers get traded tomorrow, I think that list changed to be Gabby's award.
Yeah.
I think
unless it is Gabby.
No, that's fair. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
If one of the other two get traded.
So I don't even think we didn't mention this podcast yet. We're gonna grade every Blue Jays player as many as we can that we have, but we'll get to that. Before we get to that, we got to have there was a Ross Atkins press conference, and some quotes came out of that.
Okay.
Obviously he said that the team is probably more involved in free agency than the trade market at the moment, but in terms of needs, Atkins says starting pitching is the one I'd put definite on. But he adds that the broader idea of run prevention is his focus. So just pitching and defense is what you're telling me.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. He then also said that he just wants to add good players positionally wherever that's possible. It's not definitely a left-handed
left-handed, right-handed, both-handed.
It's definitely not a left-handed hitting right fielder to fill the role of Teoscar Hernandez.
Okay, I see why you jumbled that one a little bit. That's a tongue twister. I'll give you.
Would that work? Question. Sure. Could we consider center field as well? Sure. Which basically tells me George Springer, right fielder next year. Yay! Which we all agree is the right move.
I think so.
Yeah, because George can't do whatever. And then the one that I don't think Brant, you're probably not gonna like. He was asked about our boy Big Daddy Cooch.
Yeah, he said he's not hard at it, or he's not hard on him, or something.
He said, "quote,
they're not. I don't know.
We,
what it is. Not bullish."
I just realized the sentence you said before. Taken terribly out of context. We will want to learn more and see more before we ink him into the rotation, which basically means
there's another thing a lot closer to what I said that doesn't make it sound as bad, but
sounds like they aren't bullish on you, Kikuchi.
I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
They don't have a hard on for him. That was more fun.
Jeez. But that basically means, if we can't sign enough starting pitchers that are better than him, we're just going to put him in the rotation.
Yeah.
That's all I got out of that.
Yeah. Sounds like he's going to be an elite bullpen arm is what it sounds like to me.
Yeah. Yeah. So
you say Kikuchi, reliever of the year.
Yeah.
Pencil
and I guess this brings us to our player grades.
Yes.
So we're gonna be fully honest here. I have the majority of I have the players written down. Brant is freewheeling it.
Yeah. So take this with the smallest grain of salt or biggest grain of salt. I don't know.
The way that I did it personally with my grades is based on expectations.
Okay, that's what I was thinking too.
So a player and it's like two players could have the same grade, and you'd be like, the fuck? Why does does that make sense? But no, it's what I expected them to do. So in my head, it was like, F is just like, get out, piece of shit. Don't even want you here anymore. D is like, you performed below your expectations. Okay. C was like, you were like so neutral, it wasn't funny. B was like, oh yeah, you did some good this year. Like you did some stuff. And then A was like, oh yeah, you
crushed expectations.
Outstanding.
Yeah. So, are we doing pluses and minuses? I
did some of them, but it's just like,
I'm just making sure
because it was easier.
I don't want to be throwing them out if you didn't have them. So
no, you're fine. Okay. I did this in order of like people that appeared in the most games.
Okay.
So like,
okay.
So we're gonna start with the starting pitchers, and we're gonna start with Jose Barrios.
Okay.
Now I gave Jose Barrios a whopping C.
That's generous. I'm not
C
gonna lie.
For well, actually, yeah, I'm more than I'm thinking about it. C, I just put C for confusing, because he had stretches where he was like arguably the best pitcher in this goddamn rotation, and then there's stretches where he should have been in the bullpen. And I'm just like, what is happening?
He had like multiple double-digit K games, which was crazy.
Yeah. What do you give them?
I'm giving him a nice D+.
Okay, fair. I was like,
because he wasn't good.
I was debating
overall.
like C- D+, but
he's just overall he didn't really have it. Like it was not there.
No.
The numbers don't look good. He was great at times, but there were a lot of times where he was really bad right from the get-go. And like this was your opening day starter.
Yeah.
You can't be that if you're the opening day starter. If we're going off expectations, he's a D+ at best.
Yeah. Okay. Fair. I'm maybe a bit generous with that one.
Yeah.
So next, the person that appeared in the next most amount of games after that was Chicken Strips, Ross Stripling. Now, I gave Ross Stripling an A.
Okay.
Because like,
dude, I don't think it needs an explanation. Like,
because expected to be a solid swingman, turned into arguably the second best pitcher of this rotation.
Yep.
Like,
based on expectations, I'm giving him an A+.
Like,
he crushed expectations more than anybody else on this team.
Yeah, and he's probably going to get $20 million a year given the pitching.
Yep. Like, he just made himself a shit ton of money and wrapped a nice bow on his time with the Toronto Blue Jays. Hey, I love him. He was good to have. I wish him well.
Yes.
Wherever it may be.
Yes. So then next we got Big Puma, Alek Manoah. Alek Manoah is my A+.
Okay.
Because you got a Cy Young caliber pitcher in his first full season. Like, you can't really do much more.
You're right. Like, I'll give him an A just because he wasn't, he was great.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Like, he finished in the Cy Young finalist. I don't know. I think he was expected to be around that grouping. Like, if you look at what he did in the back half of last year and like the way he performed, like you're looking at him like he's gonna be among the top pitchers in baseball. If he would have won it, I probably would have just thrown an A+ at him. But
I'm being like very generous with a little bit sometimes with starting pitchers because this is like
no, it's fair. I think these two are accurate. I have no problem with your A+, and I have no problem with your A on Strip. They earned it.
So the next one is Kevin Gausman. Now we're just gonna Kevin Gausman finished year 12-10 with 3.35 ERA. In 174 innings, he had a 2.38 FIP and 205 strikeouts.
Right.
I gave Kevin Gausman an A-.
Okay.
Because the stats didn't help Kevin Gausman just by the base stats, but he was one of the best pitchers in baseball.
Yeah. We had this conversation. It was the last podcast talking about Gausman, maybe the one before, but
yeah.
He was one of those weird ones that like if you didn't watch him, you wouldn't respect what he did.
Yeah, it was because of the Cy Young voting, it was 10th. Or he only had like 1/10 place vote. Yeah.
So like I don't hate A-. I think you're right. I think I'm also going A- on Kevin Gausman just because it made sense. Like I didn't really expect him to be that good.
No, like I expected him to be like very solid.
Yeah. I was expecting a little bit of regression and he didn't regress. So
he didn't regress.
I'm happy with it. I think he was good.
Keep it up, Kevin. Please change your warm-up song.
Yeah, jeez.
Money.
Yeah, no more.
Give
me something I'm excited for.
Like it's all right. Next up, we got our boy Big Daddy Cooch. Now, I'm gonna preface this by saying I gave him 2 separate grades.
Oh, okay.
As a starting pitcher, he is my first F.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
As a starting pitcher, I gave him an F.
That's absolutely fair.
As a bullpen arm, I gave him a B.
Okay.
So,
what's your overall grade for Big Daddy Cooch?
So, Big Daddy Cooch, I guess if we're trying to balance that out, a C minus. Like if we're balancing an F and a B, we're going like C minus, D+.
Yeah,
like
I think that's good. I think I've got him at a C because I think he had moments where he was a great reliever, like top tier reliever in this bullpen, and he helped out in a lot of games.
He had a 30,
and he had a few decent starts, like few good starts.
Yeah.
The Rays one always comes to mind. I'm like, this is the moment. Because I called it, and I'm like, this is it.
The YouTube game. The YouTube game,
And that was a great start. So he had some of them, but overall, he stunk.
Yeah,
But he's going to have a better ERA than Alek Manoah next year.
According to Steamer.
So, you know what? There's room for improvement.
All right.
He wasn't great. He's a C.
Well, yeah. So this is...
We're going to get hate for that.
No.
All right. We're going to get hate.
I think you're going to agree with me on this next one. This is my second F, and it goes to Mitch White.
Yeah, Mitch White's an F-.
Because Mitch White
didn't do anything good here.
Mitch White had one game where he pitched 6 innings and got 3 runs against the Rays, and I'm just like, okay, please, anything like that would be great, but no,
never again. No,
never again.
I'm not giving you an actual F- because there's no plus and minus on F.
No,
he got an F. He was bad.
F.
No, that's a fair assessment. He did nothing good.
And
seems like a nice guy, but nothing.
Yeah. All right, and then there was the last one that I kind of wanted to bring up just because
Mhm.
he's not going to be pitching here anymore. I wanted Hyunjin Ryu. I gave Hyunjin Ryu as the C just because it was like,
I give him all my love.
yeah, I give him all my love. Like it's very like, let's be honest, if
I,
his stats were not great this year, and he had 27 innings,
he started to figure it out, and then
he got injured again.
he started to deal with injuries.
Yeah, he had a
I
five.
think he could have had a good year if he would have
20,
just
yeah,
kept his arm
27
together.
innings, a 5.67, a FIP of 4.7. Like,
He had like one tough month
yeah,
of the month and a half that he played.
Was not great.
He's a C.
Yeah, like wasn't great pre-injury. We'll see you around, buddy. Like,
yeah.
So then, all right, this brings us to
I miss
relievers.
Him.
Yeah.
Hey, as a cheerleader, he's an A plus.
Oh, facts. As
The
Alec
boys love him.
As Alec Manoah's big Korean brother,
Yeah,
we love him.
he has turned Alec Manoah into an ace. He's helped him out all the way through here. So I give him an A plus as a fan of the Blue Jays.
Hyunjin Ryu, future pitching coach of the Toronto Blue Jays.
Yeah, I could see it.
All right, well, then we're gonna go to relievers. So in order of appearances, first up is Adam Simber. Brant, I know you hate him. I give Adam.
I don't hate him.
I gave Adam.
Frustrates me to all hell.
I would be honest, just before we even get through the relievers are the ones that I kind of like, kind of just chicken scratch. I just like threw grades on him and just be like,
sure,
all right, this kind of makes sense. Adam Simber, I gave a B minus.
Okay, honestly, that's what I was thinking.
He pitched
he pitched a lot
on the team, like more than he probably fucking should have.
As
like,
frustrating as he felt, he was like his numbers are good.
He had 70 innings, 2.8 ERA, FIP of 3.4. Like
Jesus. Yeah, he was fine.
Yeah, like
B minus is a great spot. He's not quite a C. Like he wasn't. I think the one thing with him though is he was expected to be a high leverage guy.
Yeah,
and he kind of fell out of that.
I mean,
he was a setup man last year.
Not
when
by
he
his
was here.
like. Let's be real. We all knew he wasn't going to be the setup guy the whole year.
No,
like they wanted him.
He just doesn't have the stuff to do it.
No, like
he's like your trickster guy you throw in to just mess with hitters and stuff.
So then, the next amount of innings, or unless actually no, I butchered this. Hold up, no, I didn't have the next amount of innings. I just kind of the relievers was very just.
You just threw names.
Yeah, because I was just remembering off the top of my head. Next one is David Phelps.
Okay,
David Phelps, I gave a B.
I'm giving him a B plus
because David Phelps, let's see, 64 in it, 63 and 2/3, 2.83 RA, FIP of 3.16.
He was good.
Like
everyone hated him for some reason for a little bit there, but he was good.
Yeah, I mean the strikeout to walk ratio isn't great.
Not great. He was a more successful Rafael Dolis. Scary as hell. Made a lot happen when he was there.
Yeah,
but nothing ever came to be. Like he didn't give up runs. That's your goal as a reliever, is to not give up runs, and he succeeded in that goal.
He's a whip of 1.3. Holy shit!
I also didn't expect him to be great. So I think that helps the expectation.
David Phelps did what David Phelps was asked of him to do.
Yeah.
All right. Next we have our boy, the lone lefty, other than Cooch, Timmy Meza. I gave Tim Meza an A minus.
Okay.
Like it was.
I get it. I'm not opposed to it.
It was A minus B plus range for me.
I feel. We're not counting playoffs, are we?
I mean, it doesn't.
I haven't asked because it hasn't mattered for anyone else, but this one is.
Yeah,
I'm being very swayed by his last few weeks.
There's a couple of relievers here that I'm gonna try and take the playoffs out of it as best as possible, but like,
because I think Timmy Meza had a great most of the year.
Yeah. Okay.
Then he gave up a pizza to Aaron Judge, and I had to watch him trot around the bases for the.
Gave up a pizza to Carlos Santana in game 2.
Pizza to Carlos Santana.
You know,
it hurts.
The more you're talking, the more
I know.
Tim Mays is a B plus.
Yeah.
Tim Mays is a B plus. Can't give him an A.
If the last month of the season or last couple weeks of the season and the playoffs didn't exist, he probably would have been an A minus. But I'm being swayed too much by that last little bit. I'm giving him a B.
Yeah.
It hurts. It hurts.
Yeah.
He's a part of some disappointing moments in my life.
Yeah.
It sways him the wrong direction.
Oh yeah, you were live. You were there for both of those.
Both of them. Yeah, both of them.
That's right. All right. So next we have our boy, the closer, the Toronto Blue Jays, Jordan Romano. I gave Jordan Romano an A plus.
Me too.
because
he was great.
Let's be honest here. We all had him as the closer to start the year.
And he held the job.
He held the
did
job.
a great job.
It was an all-star. Like
you literally can't ask any more of Jordan Romano.
I think it was second in the league in saves. Like
now he did blow the save in the last game of the year.
Hey,
that doesn't sway me as much as
it was not a bad pitch that he gave up.
It should have been an out.
It was a terrible pitch.
It should have been an out. So it's fine. That doesn't hurt me as much. Yeah.
So next up we have your favorite relief pitcher. Trevor Richards.
Was he really? Are you still going by innings here?
No, I kind of a little bit maybe because
if he was what 5th in innings, that's insane.
Let's see. Let's see. It was Adam Simber.
Sure. Don't tell me he was second.
Trevor Richards and Jordan Romano were tied for second with 64 innings. Oh my
God, this hurts. They did love some Trevor Richards.
Especially early in the year. Like
a lot more than I love Trevor Richards.
But yeah, I gave Trevor Richards a D. Like,
all right, I thought you were going way higher with it. I'm not gonna lie to you.
No, dude.
You've been trying to convince me that he's a good reliever for a long time.
Hey, he had the highest fucking
I know. You told me that on the team times.
For a good bit of time, but I'm like, I can't argue it. Like,
wasn't good.
I can't argue like him pre-Phantom IL. Like,
no, and he was supposed to be great, and he was not.
Yeah,
his changeup was just irrelevant.
Yeah,
he got hit every time he was in the game.
Wasn't great,
and he gave up runs. He was David Phelps if David Phelps gave up runs.
His only saving grace is that his FIP is a whole 1.3 lower than his ERA.
Sure, yeah.
Like
maybe he got unlucky. I'm with you on the D. Wow.
Brant, that's twice
on the
now
D grade that we are giving Trevor Richards.
20 goddamn minutes, Brant. Come on.
I can't give out any more D's. That's just
all right.
That's just asking for trouble.
So next up, we got our boy with our top 5 song. You know him well. Our boy, Jimmy Garcia.
Jimmy.
So
bad. It's so fun.
It's fucking
I don't know how that didn't end up higher on my Spotify Wrapped. Honestly, I thought it would have been in the top something.
Small tangent. I have an MLB. I have a song on Spotify Wrapped from an MLB team. It's not the Blue Jays.
No,
it's Yoan Moncada.
See, did you see my Wrapped?
I kind of did. I can't remember off the top of my head.
So my top 5 songs. The first one, Sleeve, Nate Smith, great song.
Okay.
The next 3 in order was Butterfly Effect. I got it. And Not About Romance.
I love it. I love it.
It popped up. I'm like, oh, I have a problem.
Bro, I'm surprised Vapor tu Sueño wasn't in mine.
I thought I would have more in there. It's La Cura. But what do you call
it? That was Lord. Yeah, Lourdes
is, I think his
this
is
year
what?
And last year.
So 8. His was 8th. Pump It Up made it to 10, which is hilarious.
I gotta look this up.
Narco was 11.
Sorry, everybody, for doing this to us. 5, 6.
There it is. Ben Espiritu Santo was, what is that?
5, 6, 7,
12,
8,
13,
9.
14, 15, 16,
so
17.
The highest one I had, it was 9. It was Santiago Espinals.
Okay.
And
our boy Zach had that in his
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 is Zach Collins. His Broadway Girls.
Okay. That's fair. I forgot his was Broadway Girls. Did that even make mine? No.
Let's see. I'm not going to. I'm just scrolling through. Sorry, folks. Here
no, it's okay.
Vapor tu Sueño was in my top 30.
Yeah. It's on my list.
Let's see. Youngin, which was Bo Bichette's like last one of the season.
Made it.
Cool.
It's on the list.
It's on the list.
Have so on my entire 100 here,
in a minute another Bo Bichette. Cool.
Nice. I've got Jano, or I've got Springer, obviously number 2. That's so funny. I think that's back to back years where he's been number 1 or 2. Like, it's insane. I mean,
it's a great song.
It's a great song. So I've got Springer, Jano, Tapia, Lourdes, what's his name? Jimmy. What else do I got here? Anything else? Yeah, there's a couple more. Hold on here. Espinal.
Yeah, okay. So I'm finally
Oscar.
I had way more than I thought. So I have Boba Fett's like first one at 30,
Mm-hmm.
31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. 38 I have El Mechon.
Okay.
30, 39 I got it.
I think El Machon was on my last one. I don't think it's
Okay.
on this
All right.
one.
Well, all right. Well, we'll get walk up songs later. We got the whole off season. Jimmy Garcia. What was your grade? Like I gave Jimmy an A
A.
plus. I gave Jimmy an
Okay,
A
A
plus.
plus is good too, but I gave him an A
I gave Jimmy an A plus. Like
because I think Jimmy came in with the expectation that he was going to be good, and he was good.
we put a lot of like this is supposed to be like we
Yeah,
didn't have a
I
guy to
don't
get
know
to
why.
Jordan. We
I
didn't have
don't.
yeah, we didn't have a guy to get to Jordan, and it's just like he was the guy to get to Jordan.
Yeah,
Like
he fell off a little bit, and then he just
yeah,
dominated. So I'm
yeah.
giving him an A.
I
That's
mean,
an easy.
yeah,
He's
he finished.
probably my second favorite reliever in that bullpen.
Yeah, he finished with like 61 innings, 3.1 ERA, FIP of 3.4, like 58 strikeouts and 61. Like, yeah, dude, Jimmy was Jimmy. Jimmy was very good. And then I don't get how this. Yeah, okay, yeah, we're going off when we do this now. We're going off innings by as a Blue Jay. So next up is Trent Thornton.
A plus.
You shut your
mouth for my boy Trent.
No, Trent Thornton gets a whopping D plus.
I'm giving him a C minus. He was fine. He was such a good mop up guy. Like anytime he came in and there's like an 8-run deficit, he just came in and just got us through innings. He's a C minus. He wasn't great. He started out really good, and no one was giving him credit for it. And I tried to, and then as soon as I did, he started turning into shit again. But
all right, now, yeah, this next person, I would have had a lot higher if it wasn't for the playoffs. It's Anthony Bass.
Oh, Anthony Bass was so good in the
I had
season.
Anthony
so
Bass.
Good.
I would have honestly take out the playoffs. I have Anthony Bass at an A, but because of the playoffs, I got him at a B plus.
Okay, I have him at A to minus. He's still an A minus guy. He had one bad inning,
like it
that he should have been pulled from.
Just fucking hurt, man. Like just hurt. Like I couldn't.
Actually, he was in after. Who was he after? Someone that went like
Jimmy.
7.
Jimmy.
Yeah,
it was
Jimmy went like 8 pitches, 7,
and then Baz came in for the 8th.
Yeah, for no reason.
Got no outs. Jordan had to come in the 8th, and the rest is history. Like,
yeah, nah, I'm more lenient on Bass for that one because he was really good in the regular season.
Yeah,
really good. I don't think he gave up a home run.
I mean, yeah, I'm saying, holy shit. Are you? No, he gave up a couple.
One, maybe one.
He gave up 5 with the Blue Jays.
Oh, you know, he didn't give it up in the first month, and then it was like a bunch in the last month, I think it was.
I mean, he gave up 5 earned runs, and they were all solo home runs.
Jesus Christ.
Like,
well, that's pretty
But yeah, but this is the scary thing. He had a 1.75 ERA. His FIP was 4.6.
Woo! I think they just don't respect his ability to use that slider.
No.
Just assume that should go for base hits.
Now, next, there is one person that we maybe could do. He got traded halfway through the year, but do you want to talk about Max Castillo at all?
I think Max Castillo is an A+ if we count him.
If we count Max Castillo,
but I don't think he played enough. Like he had 3 starts.
I was gonna give him an A-. He's just like, bro, you gave us something.
He was so good.
We gave
as a starter.
You gave us some we didn't think you had in you. Yeah. So fair enough. Fair.
If we're counting him, I think he was at least an A.
Yeah. Well, yep. Well, thank you there, Max. So that's that.
Thank you for getting us Whitmer, I feel.
Yes, Zach Pop is next.
Zach Pop, for me, is a B-.
I give him a C+.
Yeah. So, I think he was good.
Yeah, he was what we bargained for. He was the second guy in the trade.
Yeah. That sinker is lethal.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he's going to be really good in the future.
And the final reliever, I guess, I kind of just threw this guy at the very end. Julian Merriweather as a person.
You go first.
I gave him a D+.
That's what I was thinking too. Okay. I didn't want to be too harsh.
No, like it's
his expectations were really high, and the whole thing was like, if he can stay healthy, he should be dominant, and he did for the most part for a good chunk of the season, and he was not good. He didn't even hold in the majors, so like, it's not good. That's a D+.
I mean,
he wasn't healthy for like the back half. He was healthy.
Yeah. And I'm looking at the team, and I think other than Anthony Bass, Julian Merriweather had the highest like. Well, actually, he had a positive like Anthony Bass was -2 on the FIP difference.
Mhm.
Julian Merriweather was a +2. His ERA was a 6.75 and his FIP was like a 4.5.
Mm.
Like, so I guess
That's
that's
still not good.
no, it's not great.
No.
Holy shit. I'm just looking at this
His stuff is just flat. He gets hit,
Yeah.
like, he throws hard, but it's there. It's the least deceptive 90, 98, 99 you're ever
Yeah.
gonna see. So, I don't know.
All right.
Sucks. I want him to be
So,
good, but he's just
yep.
not there.
And now we can get to the fun part.
Mhm.
The position players.
I feel like we had more relievers, no?
No, we did. It's just like, do you want to talk about
Who else
Casey
is on the
Lawrence,
list?
Matt
Casey Lawrence is an
Gage,
F. Matt Gage is
Jeremy
an A plus.
Jeremy Beasley, Anthony
D minus.
Banda, like Andrew Vasquez,
No.
Ryan Barucki, like
Oh, Ryan Barucki's an A plus in my heart. I love that guy.
There's Thomas Hatch for 4 2/3. There was Sergio Romo for 3 2/3. Holy shit.
Sergio Romo was this year?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was Taylor Saucedo, Foster
No.
Griffin, who had 2
No.
innings. When did Foster Griffin get 2 innings? What the fuck? When did Anthony Kay get 2 innings?
Anthony Kay was up this year?
Did I miss something? Yo, baseball reference. Did I miss like when this man played or something?
He was
like,
up?
I
I gotta look up this game log. I don't recall ever seeing Anthony Kay this year.
I don't either, man. Like
Anthony Kay is just never worked out.
he apparently did pitch this year.
He pitched against the Yankees on April 12th.
Oh god, that was early.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that makes sense.
2 innings, 2 hits, 1 run, 3 Ks.
Yay.
And that was the last we ever saw. Crazy.
All right,
Anthony Kay gets a D.
All right, yeah, so that's it for relievers. There's 5 catchers if you want to do all 5.
Zach Collins gets a W.
Zach Collins gets a W. Like,
yeah. He doesn't get an actual grade because he left, but he gets a W.
As I just mentioned, he's in my top 20 for walk-up songs.
Mm-hmm.
for songs in
Zach
general
Collins
this year.
Absolutely gets a W for everything he brought to the team. That wasn't, you know what? Even on the field, I loved Zach Collins. I hated him at first.
Dude, that it was like April, May. Zach Collins
he went on a tear.
He was a cleanup hitter.
Yeah.
Like,
he was hitting home runs, he was hitting doubles. I'm like, this guy's great. I hated him for April, and then May, he just went, no, I'm good again.
You said May, I'm just hitting yokes.
Just fucking slapping it.
Yeah, I knew Zach Collins was a different breed when he daddy hacked a 3-0 pitch and against Houston and tied the game with a 3-run bomb.
I do miss Zach Collins.
I genuinely do. Like, he was a guy.
It kind of hurt when he got picked up. I'm like, damn, man. I liked him, the person, a lot.
Yeah. I mean, speaking of people we might like as a person, also Pirates catcher Tyler Heineman.
Oh, I love Tyler Heineman.
Tyler Heineman gets an M for magic.
Yeah, the magic man. He gets a David Blaine.
Yeah,
that's his grade for me.
Yeah,
Chris Angel. He gets a Chris Angel.
He did stuff this year. He was games for a little bit, but
he was huge against us in Pittsburgh. He had a 1 game where he had like 2 doubles and a single.
Hey, bro, we're
huge. I'm so happy for that guy. I hope he stays in the majors and has a great career.
Yes. So now we get into the real one. It starts with El Mechon himself, Alejandro Kirk. What did you give Alejandro Kirk?
I'm going to go A minus.
I also gave Alejandro Kirk an A minus because I think
the back half of his season
it wasn't great.
It dropped his grade a bit. I think he was an A plus at the midseason point, and then he kind of just dropped a little bit.
His OPS was in the 6s in the second half. Like,
not ideal.
But
he did improve on the thing that doesn't matter in framing.
I mean, he was a much better defensive catcher this year.
He was, yeah. So I'll give him that. It seems like he put in work to be better at that. Yeah. And the umpires helped him with the stat that everyone loves. So it's good. It's great. I'll give him that.
And next up we have future St. Louis Cardinal, Danny Jansen. I gave Jano a B. Oh, I'm fucking kidding. I gave that motherfucker A plus. I gave Jano an A plus, baby.
I'm a little torn on Jano.
Don't you do this. I'm
not going below like in the A thing. I'm just like, because his expectations, I think, rose a little bit with the way he finished last season.
Yeah.
Like, then he had like an 8-something OPS in the back. After he came back from injury last year, like he was hitting everything.
Yeah.
And then he was the best hitter on the team for the first month this year. But then he got hurt. And that's the only thing that's dropping his grade for me. I think I'm going to give him an A-.
My thing was the why reason I give Jalen White A+ is the second injury was freak. Like he had no control over that.
Yeah. No, I agree.
And dude, he played 72 games. 260, 339, 516, 855 OPS.
Yeah, that's crazy.
141 OPS plus. He had the highest OPS plus on the team. And he had 15 home runs in 56 72 games. 56 hits, 15 home runs.
He just hammers the ball.
Hammers it.
Honestly, nothing gets me fired up the way a Jano home run does. He just hits it so hard.
25 of his hits were extra base hits.
That's
25 of his 56. 25 of his 56. Like,
yeah. Honestly, I think we'll really regret getting rid of him if we do. If he's healthy, man, and like he was healthy from after the oblique on. He didn't get hurt in something that was like he's unhealthy, like he's just not fit to play. Like he got hit in the hand.
No, he took a 98-mile-an-hour fastball to the hand.
That's not him being injury prone. Like that's just shit luck. The oblique thing, that's like he's injury prone. The getting hit in the hand is whatever. So from that moment on, he was a healthy catcher. He didn't have any issues. If he can do that for an entire year, you're talking about he's going what, 38 home run pace? Something like that. Let me see.
Yeah.
It's just I understand the want to trade a catcher.
Yeah, it'd be around 38 home runs because I was like doing the math, because like if it's 144 games,
72 games, you said
72. So like 144 would be like 30 home runs and 88 RBI, which is
so if he played
out of your catcher.
If he played 162, it's 33.
Out of your catcher.
Out of your catcher.
And the 7 spot.
Not even counting the doubles and
out of the 9 spot on some days, man. Come on.
I just out of the 9 spot most days. I don't think he hit much higher than 8 for the most part.
Yeah, I mean it was.
He'd move up to 8 when Cav came in, and then he moved back down to 9. And then when he DH'd, he came up.
I can't remember what game it was, but I think it was against the Phillies. He was on like 6 because we had like JBJ, Cav, and Espinal behind him.
Yeah.
Like
stuff. But it's just I think they'd regret it personally. Yeah, I think you regret trading any of them, but like I think you really feel bad about the Jano one.
Yeah, and then our last.
Also, sorry, before we move on.
Go ahead.
I know everyone bashes his defensive numbers, and I know they're not like elite, but I still feel so good with him in there defensively. I don't know what it is. He just has that like demeanor.
He's like, he looks calm as hell.
Yeah,
like that's the word, calm.
His framing isn't phenomenal. And I think maybe that's why I feel good about him, is because I just don't care. Because I think the way he does everything else is good. I don't know. He looks like a catcher. Just his bit. He's such a catcher. Everything about him, like just long. I don't know. He's just built like a catcher.
And finally, we have the person I gave my first not applicable to.
Gabby?
Not enough evidence. Gabby.
Yeah,
Gabby played 20 games. Like I can't.
Gabby's first little stint was like a D+ for me. Like he came up expected to be like one of the best prospects in baseball, and he just didn't look good.
Yeah, like let's in 25
but then
games,
his second little 3-game stint there, I'm like, fuck, this is him.
Yeah, he had 25 games. He had 22 hits. Only 2 extra base hits.
How many did he have in that last week? He had the homer for sure.
Yeah, the homer was in the last week. The double was.
He played 3 games that last little bit, right?
Yeah, because that was the one game where he had he was everywhere in the field. But yeah, overall 25 games, batted 319, 356, 377 for 733 OPS.
So from his September call up onwards, he had 6 hits. So 6 of his 22 hits were in the last 6 games of the season. So, yeah, man, like I don't know. I mean, I think
if it's any consolation, he had a .7 B WAR in 25 games.
Yeah, I think he's defensively great.
Dude, his athleticism is
he's got a cannon.
Yeah, he's
for a little dude too.
Yeah, pop time is great too.
Yeah.
All right, so then now we can get to the infield, and I think this is maybe where
This is where everything gets difficult.
This is where, yeah, man, like infield and like the actual like infield and outfield is where I was just like, what was my expectation for you, and how'd you do? Like, and how harsh do I want to be on you?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's going to be some that are probably unfair, I think.
Yes. So, I mean, we can start with one that I think people will call me very fucking unfair on.
Okay.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Okay.
I gave him a C+.
Whoo! Wow.
I gave him a C+, man. Like, you, like, yes,
you came in with MVP expectations.
You were an all-star starter. You were a Gold Glove. But, like, what you were expected to not necessarily have your MVP caliber season again.
No, but dude, be close.
Vladdy was fucking skidding for like the first 2.5 months of the year.
You're right.
He hit, like, there was a point where it took him like almost nearly a month to hit a home run. Like, he was skidding.
Yeah, he just buried everything in the ground this year.
He led the league in double plays.
Yeah,
like,
it's tough because at the end of the day, his numbers were pretty good. They weren't MVP caliber, but like,
no, like, then that's the thing.
He didn't take a step forward.
No,
he didn't take a massive step back either.
Which is why I gave him a C+. A C was just like, oh, you kind of did stuff. Like a C for me would have been like, yeah, you did your thing, Vlad. But it's just like, I gave him mainly the plus was because your defensively was way better.
Yeah,
like,
now I'm gonna sound like an old head a little bit. Like, he still had 32 homers. He had 97 RBIs. He hit 270, almost 275. He had 274.
I'm sorry. Did he really?
Yeah. Like, this is what I'm saying.
God.
His OBP was 339. He had a 480 slug, good for an 818 OPS. Like, no, it wasn't the 1.002 that he had last year.
It definitely didn't feel like it.
Exactly. That's what I mean. Like, he quietly had I'd say great year. Like, he wasn't.
You know what? I'm gonna
when you rank this team in terms of hitters, he was probably your second best hitter this year.
Still, like, arguably you could say the best still.
Yeah. I
don't know if that
still feel comfortable with him over Kirk.
Yeah, okay. You know what? The more we're talking about it, I'm gonna bump it up to a B-.
I'm sitting at a B, I think, for Vladdy.
Yeah.
He was great, but he wasn't what he was supposed to be.
No. So that's like,
but he wasn't bad, man.
I'm bumping it up to a B-. A C+ was fucking harsh.
Yeah, it's just quiet. He did it really quietly because it was a frustrating year because of all the groundouts.
Yeah, because
it was the Randall Grichuk effect. Like, it's just he was okay. Like, Randall Grichuk was always hitting for like 30 homers, but everything else was getting hit into the ground.
Yeah, and then there was like a long stretch like where he was batting like 240, 250, and I'm just like, what has happened to you, dude? Like, but yeah, holy, I like once you put that in like my face, I'm just like, oh.
It's the old head numbers that really hit you too. It's like the guy had 97 RBIs
and batted like, and you batted 270, like,
and he was dealing with wrist problem early in the year.
Yeah, Blue Jays had wrist problems for days.
Yeah,
in this team.
Like, so I mean, I can't take anything away from him for that. I think he's a B.
So yeah, I'm gonna bump mine up to B-. So next we have Bo Bichette.
This is the toughest one, I think.
Yeah, man. Like, I'm like,
if we're talking July, August, not even July. I don't think he was good in July.
August and September.
And September, Bo, he's an A++. He is the best player on the team.
But the rest of the season,
I don't know.
If we factor that in, I also give Bo Bichette a B-.
See, I don't think the rest of his season was bad enough to put him below an A-. He was the best. He was the MVP of this team, like head over heels, way better than anyone on this team for the last 2 months.
Brian, he was batting 230 for like half the season.
And he ended what, 290?
Yeah,
280? That's insane, dude. That's insane. He put up MVP numbers for 2 months. I can't give a guy that did that anything lower than an A-.
I can't.
I don't care about his defense.
No, I'm not even talking about
defense. Put that on record,
man. Hold up. I gotta bring up his game log. Like, because I like it was.
It was scary, but even then he was still producing.
Let's see if we're going. the end of June, batting 255 with a 720 OPS.
720 still not bad for your shortstop.
And then let's see
that was when he was playing okay defense too.
when did it click? It was September 2nd. So it was just the month of September. Like
actually,
he started at 263 and ended the year at 290. Like
I don't. That's insane. How many multi-hit games he had in that month? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 games.
But that's like why I can't put him. He had a month of baseball. Like, are you good? Hello, Brantathan. But yeah, there's like a month of the season where he was just like, okay, and I'm just.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, I'm gonna pause this because my speakers are fucked. Hold on.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, like I was saying, like small cut. He had 1 month of the season, man. Like I
understand, but
I can't give him anything because dude, he was batting 250 with an OBP of like 290.
He was the
5 of the 6 months of the season,
hands down September MVP.
Oh, dude,
of the league.
If I'm going just September, he's A+. But like, man, I can't get rid of the 5 months where he was painfully mid.
Yeah, he had 3 homers in all of August. He had 2 in July. He had 5 in June. What else? Yeah, he just was not phenomenal. Okay,
just for
he's my A-. I'm sorry.
His first half, 257, 302, 418. It's a 720 OPS.
Okay.
It's not great, man.
No, it's not.
But the second half is where he saves himself and becomes second half, quote unquote, just the month of September. So the month of September got him a 337, 378, 543 slugging with a 921 OPS.
Yeah.
Like that's
buddy, he led the league in hits. Don't
old man stat me into making.
He led the league in hits, bro.
Brant, you're old man statting me, man.
290.
Fine.
333, 469 for an 802 and a 127 OPS plus. Like his final numbers were great.
Wait a minute.
Finished 11th in MVP voting.
All right. Scratch what we were about to talk about. We got breaking news.
Uh-oh.
Breaking news. So Sportsnet just put out a tweet. After 17 years as a celebrated contributor to the network's Blue Jays broadcasts, today Sportsnet and Pat Tabler are parting ways.
Really?
Simply known as Tabby to fans, players, and colleagues alike, Tabler endeared himself to Canadian viewers for more than 3 decades by bringing his love and passion for the game of baseball to every broadcast. Whether due to his work on the field as a player or behind the mic in the broadcast booth, Tabler will be forever synonymous with the legacy of the Toronto Blue Jays. Tabby, thank you for a tremendous contribution to Sportsnet, the Toronto Blue Jays, and the growing baseball across Canada. From all of us, we wish you the best. Holy shit.
So when the first part of what you just read sounded like they fired him, but then everything after that sounded like he quit.
Like
it was like, yeah, we've mutually parted ways. It sounded like, yeah, we didn't want Tabby on the booth anymore, so we got rid of him. But then they just pumped his tires like 3 paragraphs.
I'm confused. Why?
I'm okay with it. Because
Tabby.
I don't think Tabby brings anything to it.
I'm in more of the Tabby camp.
I think Caleb Joseph is a much better replacement.
Or fucking Joe Settle.
Or Devin Travis.
Yeah, Devin during the playoffs was actually great.
Like there's a lot of guys. I don't mind Vernon Wells. Ricky Rowe, maybe. Like it's always nice to have a pitcher's opinion in there. Like a lot of broadcast booths have an ex-pitcher in their thing. And Ricky Rowe seems to want to be around the Jays a bit more. So like I could see that.
Yeah, but Tabby, like as much as you may know, I'm gonna miss Tabby.
Everything's just gonna be really weird because Buck's already announced that he's not coming back. Right?
Yeah, so it's gonna be Dan and
Dan full time though, because Dan's done with ESPN.
Yeah, it's gonna be Dan full time and then Caleb or Joe next to him, and then
I
Jays Talks
think it's.
Blue Jays Central is going to be Jamie and Joe, or Jamie and
Do you think
Caleb.
Joe gets the
I mean,
promotion?
they had Joe do a couple games this year,
Yeah,
and he was good. Like,
I
so
think Caleb Joseph he did the radio broadcast in the last
yeah,
little
he did
bit.
the
He was
radio with.
great.
So like
He's also entertaining as hell.
yeah, it's just gonna be a little weird, man.
Yeah,
Like,
I think I'm not as big a Joe fan as everyone else, but like he does a good job. But he's
no,
more like
I'm
analysis, and I think he's
yeah.
good in the role that he's in.
Mm-hmm.
I think Caleb would be a better color guy.
Yeah, dude, it's just weird.
Yeah,
Like,
it's strange.
like of all the people, like that was
It's a
like yeah,
full
like
changing of the voice in Toronto. That's weird.
yeah, like Dan's gonna be the permanent guy now. Like
Mm-hmm.
he'll be doing all the home games and all the road games. I'm guessing. Like
I would assume. I mean, he'll probably get some time off.
we
Are we
also
getting
saw
Matt Devlin? God, I hope not.
Matt Devlin. I love you as the Raptors guy. Never again do a Blue Jays game.
God, no.
All right, so
I don't
yeah,
care if he's a Blue Jays fan. That's cool.
yeah.
But
All
there's
right,
just
well,
no more of that, please.
yeah. All right, we gotta let's get
Back
through
to
these.
we got a lot more.
Let's get through these. Matt Chapman. Hey, Matt Chapman a B.
I think B is fair.
He was as advertised, man. Like
his defense was great. He got robbed of a Gold Glove.
it's been such a long time. That fucking one that one video of him that one video of him and Jano just
It's been such a long. It's so funny.
underrated.
He was just such
duo.
a good clubhouse guy, and I think that doesn't get enough credit.
Underrated Blue Jays friendship duo, Matt Chapman and Danny Jansen.
The two most vanilla dudes.
Yeah.
The bald vanilla dudes.
Yeah, the bald vanilla dudes that somehow like I got it by Gorilla Zoe.
They were so meant to be.
And reggae.
Yeah, so meant to be. Just strange characters.
Yeah.
The most basic looking white guys on the planet.
Yeah.
That just have a secret side to them that you just never know.
Matt had like Matt had a great season sandwich between two mess seasons. Like
he also brought the pirate vibe to the club.
Yes. So Matt gets a B. Like he was obviously robbed of a Gold Glove because
that doesn't look as good when you
the right arm.
Hand.
The right arm.
It's my left, in fairness.
But your left arm did given recent events.
Back up.
Given recent events.
I'm no Kanye, thank you.
Like, man, come on, you.
Christ.
Like,
can we take a brief second to talk about Kanye?
Okay, can we
really brief?
We'll get through the infield. We have we have 3 more people that we can kind of get through quickly.
Okay.
Then we'll talk about him.
Okay.
Santiago Espinal.
B+.
I give it A-.
Yeah, hot start. Really not good in the back.
Yeah, it was good. Great walk-up song. But yeah, Santi,
yes.
Maybe if he's still on the team next year, which I probably think he is.
I would assume.
Here's my second non-applicable. It's Kevin Biggio because I'm not criticizing this man in any way, shape, or form. But
B-. If I'm giving Cav a grade, I think B-. He filled in at a lot of spots, and he got hot for a little bit there.
He had good defense all year. Like
I watched him hit a home run.
I hate you. The day after I went to the game in my Biggio jersey, he didn't play the day that I.
I think he was actually really good defensively too.
Mm-hmm. He graded out well in every position that he played.
Yeah, like, if that man swings the bat more, he's a average MLBer at worst.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
just got to swing the bat.
Okay,
I know he's great at walking, but he's got to swing,
man. Yeah. All right. So we can. All right, and then last one is Whit Merrifield.
As a Blue Jay?
As a Blue Jay.
Okay.
I also gave him like a B-, C+. Like
really?
Because when he first got here, he
didn't play.
That's why I couldn't do anything. That's why I couldn't say anything.
But when he's on the field, he was great.
He was really good when he was on the field finally. But it's just like I'm gonna give him a B. I'll give him a Merrifield a B.
I'm going B+, I think.
Okay, I'm not mad at that. Yeah, but yeah, Whit Merrifield, we're gonna love you on this team. And now, all right, this podcast.
Before we move on, if he does that
again
next year, that's an A+.
Yeah,
like so not debatable.
Yeah, folks, this podcast is gonna run very long because we still have to do all the around the league stuff,
and we're gonna fly through that.
We're gonna talk about, I guess, him for a little bit now.
We didn't do the outfielders.
No, I mean, we could Yee. Let's get to Yee first. All right.
You want to do that first?
I'm gonna call him Yee. Bro, conservatorship, something.
Oh,
Britney Spears, this man now.
God, there's not many people that can make Alex Jones look like the reasonable human being. And somehow I was siding with Alex Jones. That was some of the dumbest things I've ever heard. Ever.
Like, in the amount of people on Twitter, granted it's Twitter, that are like, bro, he's just preaching love speech. Man, he said that the Nazis were good people. Said there was good things.
Shocked. I was shocked. Like, I don't know how you come to that conclusion.
A thing, like,
anytime.
Something that he did kind of just slyly got thrown under the rug. He said like there was good things about them. Like, he said especially Hitler, especially the one evil dude. Not even, especially.
I want to pull up the exact quotes because I don't want to misquote some of the dumbass things he said.
Yeah, and then we could even get into he tried to ruin a marriage too.
Did
Chris
he?
Paul. He basically tried to say, he basically said, Chris Paul was got caught with Kim Kardashian.
Am I on the wrong profile here? I can't.
You got it.
When were the quotes?
He got his account suspended, so that's
no, but it's not on his. It was on this other guy that quoted it.
Yeah, this
okay. So this quote, this is the first time I've read this, but so Kanye goes, Hitler had a really good outfit and was a good architect, and he didn't kill 6 million Jews.
Did he?
Right. But hold on, it's not done. Alex Jones. Alex fucking Jones goes, I think Hitler did target and kill some people. I'm siding with Alex fucking Jones. This is wrong.
This is
and he goes, then Kanye goes, I think Obama killed Palestinians, and Obama was not the first black president. He was another Jewish president. I'm just this guy that tweeted out too, because I think Kanye's the first person that's ever gotten Alex Jones to do a double take, and he's so right. The look on Alex Jones' face is just like, what have I done?
Yeah, and then he went.
This guy just went through this like multi-million-dollar lawsuit, and now he's looking at this like, I should probably stop.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we can.
And then what are the other ones here? There's a couple more, but Alex Jones was trying to help Kanye. He goes, "You're not Hitler. You're not a Nazi." He goes, "Well, if you start a sentence
regarding when you're talking about Nazi and Hitler,"
he goes, "Well, I see good things about Hitler also. Every human being has value that they brought to the table, especially Hitler." Like, I don't know enough about what Hitler did before everything to say that he never did a good thing in his life.
But man,
to say especially Hitler, like this guy was better than so many people,
like he was an angel, man. No,
he says we got to stop dissing the Nazis all the time.
Okay, can we go?
Because Alex Jones was like trying to denounce Nazis. He's like, yeah, Nazis, blah, 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 blah. They're not good, this and that. Like, we don't appreciate it. He goes, we got to stop dissing the Nazis all the time.
Yeah, we can.
Fucking get rid of this man. Find a way to put him in prison and never have him spoken of again.
Bro, you know it's bad when Elon Musk had to ban you on Twitter.
Oh my God, Elon Musk is like unbanning every dog shit human being that's ever been, and he had to re-ban Kanye.
Let's not even get into like the logos that people have put out too.
Oh my God,
where it was the swastika to make it look like yay. And then there was also his final tweet was also the swastika mixed with the Star of David that said yay. Oh my God. In 2024. All right.
I didn't catch any of his tweets, so I'm glad.
Yeah, no. Can we let's get back to fun things. People that listen to this podcast, we apologize. We had to
I don't even apologize. That needs to be talked about.
That needed to be talked about, but like
that's ridiculous.
We are a baseball podcast and we had to talk about Kanye West.
Yeah.
All right. So our last finally we can get through these final grades. Outfielders. We start with the player that played the most games in the outfield, or most games with the team, surprisingly, if you believe this. Teoscar Hernandez played the most amount of games.
In the outfield?
Well, out of the outfielders, he played the most games. Like, if you count.
He played more than George? because he missed a month.
I had this. Hold up.
I believe you. I would check out because I think George. How much?
Okay, no, I lied. I'm
Okay.
terrible with this. Jano played. I mean, George played 2 more games than Teo. Like,
okay, so that's still closer than I thought it
so
was.
yeah, Teoscar Hernandez. Let's see. 267, 316, 491, 807 OPS. He had 25 home runs and 77 RBI. I gave Teo a B.
I was going B minus. I think the problem with Teo is that his expectation was a lot better than what he produced.
We got,
but I think the oblique thing didn't help. Also, he was frustrating as hell in the outfield.
That's what
I think if he never played the outfield, I think I would have gave him like an A minus. But he was bad, downright bad in the outfield.
Yeah. Always there in the big moment though. Yeah, and
right from game 1 on.
Yeah, man, and right from game 1 to game 164.
At least the last memory we have of him is a good one.
Yeah, we're gonna miss you, buddy. Ve por tu sueño. We love you, buddy.
Dugout presence A+.
Fuck, I'm sad now. God damn it.
Yeah.
Next up, George Springer. George was very confusing to me.
I'm going A-.
133 games, 267. He had an 814 OPS. He had 25 home runs and 76 RBI. A- for George. Like,
and he played. Maybe his statistically, maybe not, but like it seemed like he played great defense.
Yeah, he had 100 and he played 133 games.
Yeah, I think he was fine.
That's 60 more games than he played last year, which is a crazy thing to think about. But yeah, A-. Please be in right field next year.
Just play. Give me 140 games.
See, okay, now this is one person that I didn't grade yet, and I need you to go first on.
Okay,
Lourdes Gurriel.
This is a tough one.
Lourdes is so tough because like he lost.
He played completely different than what his expectations were.
Yeah, in 121 games, he batted 291, 343, 400 for 70-43 OPS.
Yeah,
he only had 5 home runs and 52 RBI this year.
It's so weird.
Like,
this is a man that was like pure power 2 years ago. Like all he knew how to do was hit home runs. That was it.
Yeah,
he couldn't hit anything else.
And then this year he like completely changed and became a straight boy.
Yeah, he was like an elite leadoff hitter. Like he just put the ball everywhere and put the ball in play. And I like that.
Yeah, it's something that the team needed. It was a bit different.
I want to say like B+.
I was also gonna say I was gonna say a B.
I just think I don't know. He was just way different than what I expected him to be. I was expecting a power guy, hit 25, 30 homers, really have that breakout year where he looks like he's among this core again. And he didn't have a bad year by any measure. Like he was pretty good, but it was just so different than what I thought he was going to be.
Yeah, we didn't expect Lourdes to be like, honestly, he kind of became like his brother more. Like,
yeah, a lot.
Yuli pretty much like just puts the ball like everywhere and Yuli obviously has power, but like
which is good to have, but I'd rather see Lourdes than Yuli personally. I love the way Lourdes was bad for a month and then the greatest hitter on the planet
and
for
once again
2 months.
And once again, as much as we hated his defense, he's a good defender again. He was good in the outfield.
I trust him in the outfield more than I did Teoscar. And I cringed every time they pulled him out to move Teoscar to left.
Great. Yeah, it was weird. Okay, so then we get to the final 3, which is our boys. First up, 10 out of 10, 1,000 out of 10 walk-up song, Raimel Tapia. Now, coming into the season, the expectation for Raimel Tapia was a 4th outfielder. This man played 128 games.
Yeah.
And he batted 265, 292, 38. He was 672 OPS, 7 home runs, 52 RBI.
Yeah.
I'm giving Raimel a B-.
Okay. I'm going
C. Because I mean, his expectation was not to play 120.
I know.
But like
he played way more than expected, but like he didn't do
played way more than he should have.
Yes. And I'll always be grateful for him doing that and filling in that role.
He had his moments. I'll give him the award for you don't hit home runs a lot, but when you do, holy shit, you hit them.
That is the entire story on Raimel Tapia, is that he hammers the ball when he hits it.
Like if you like look at like there was a home run he hit in Texas that was like 20 rows up. There was a home run in Kansas City that went into the waterfall on the fly. Like
yeah, I'm pretty sure he had one in Boston that just like his first one was in Boston with the
it was
whole like
around the
balaclava thing going
it
on,
was
and
around the pole. Like he
in the freezing cold, he murdered it.
yeah,
I mean,
he only had one home run at home, which was kind of funny.
really?
Yeah, it was against Boston, I think, in like the final time we played them. But like,
I might have been there for that one.
yeah, yeah, Ryan Mel. I would not be surprised if he's back. Actually, more than I'm thinking about it, like, I don't want him
I don't
back, but I
really
won't
see
be
it.
surprised. Like,
I think they're going for a different look in the outfield.
yeah, okay,
maybe.
Now this next one. Well, actually, we're gonna get to him last. Jackie Bradley Jr. I gave him a C.
Yep,
I give him a C. Like you did
that's
what
fair.
you hit better. You hit a lot better than the last person we're gonna talk about. And you played defense. Our last guy
But
that we're
the
gonna talk about,
vibes were just not.
yeah, the last person we're gonna talk about is the guy responsible for our greatest TikTok hits on our page, and that is Bradley Zimmer,
the man that was 2 wins away from a World Series ring.
Yeah. So I was very confused by this because I don't know what the expectation for Bradley Zimmer was.
Bradley Zimmer in my heart is an A+.
I gave I gave him a C minus. I would have given him a C.
I think that's so fair.
I would have given him a C, but oh my god, man, hit the ball and like just make contact with the ball and you get a C for me.
I was there for the best game of his life.
Well, the
maybe not his life, but his
doubles
career,
against
the 2-double game. I was there
against
for
Luis
it.
Castillo.
And I thought that was going to be the turnaround of Bradley Zimmer's career.
No, that was like that was 2 of his like 5 hits on the season.
Yeah.
Like
you know what? For what he did, he was phenomenal. As a 8th, 9th inning guy to come in and play elite defense, he was an A+ at that. As a whole, however, playing the game of baseball, I think C- is a fair grade to give.
Yeah.
As a person and as a friend of the show, he is an A+.
In air quotes, friend of the show.
Friend of the show.
So yeah, that was the Flight Deck 2022 Blue Jays player grades, mixed in with some fuck Kanye West.
Yeah.
For your soul. And some sad news with Pat Tepler. That took way longer than I thought it did.
Otto Lopez gets a thanks for coming.
Yeah, Otto Lopez gets a thanks for coming, and you should be on this roster probably, man.
Yeah. Was there anyone else that came up near the end there that gets a shout out for being you? I don't think so.
I mean, Gosuke Kato.
Gosuke Kato. He might, you know what? I would like to rethink the walk-up song of the year. I think it's going to Gosuke Kato.
Okay, yeah, because never gonna give you up.
Yeah, that was great.
Fair.
He rickrolled an entire stadium.
Yeah,
I never got to hear it live too. That sucked.
All right, yeah, because he played like one game.
Fair.
So that's everything in Blue Jays land as we finish up with
that was the year. Thanks for all your love and support this season. We really appreciate it.
Yeah.
We're happy to do this. It's a lot of fun. It was a good year.
Wait, are we ending the podcast?
No, we're not. But it was a good year.
Well,
we're ending 2022 because
we're still gonna do 3 more podcasts.
I know, but we're ending the 2022 season. We will no longer talk about this past season. This is it.
No, unless
we've wrapped it up.
Unless we're talking about walk-up songs.
That will come again. We are wrapping up this season. Thank you for following with us this season. It was a lot of fun.
We are now into the 2023 phase.
Welcome to 2023. Welcome to the bigger and better and newer version of the Blue Jays.
Yes.
And the Flight Deck podcast.
Yes.
Hopefully big things to come for us.
Yes.
But not for Pat Tepler.
No.
That was too soon.
Yeah, very too soon.
Big things could come for you if you download BetStamp.
Big guy quotes.
All you got to do is go betstamp.app. Use the promo code ASports, EH Sports. Don't put a the in there. I've screwed that up already. And you can use BetStamp. BetStamp is great for shopping different odds. If you use sports gambling and you're a big sports gambler like myself, you can see who's got the best odds, where you should throw your money and make a little bit more. I did that for, what was that game? It was Auburn and Bama. I was going to throw it on that because it was like a 22.5 point spread. And I'm like, you know what? Amir messaged me, friend of the show. And he goes, I would throw your money at Auburn because it's a rivalry game. Odds are they're not going to cover 22 and a half. I'm like, fair enough. By the time I got his message, it had gone down to 22. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to check bet stamp, see who's got the best. I forget. I think it was Caesars I went with. Caesars had a great odds on it. I'm like, perfect. This is going to make me a little bit more money than I would. They ended up winning by 22. So it pushed. I'm like, it was the worst possible ending because it was like all they had to do was just go for it on fourth, but instead they kicked a field goal. And then they tried to kick the onside kick and they blew it. And Buddy just burned by the whole team and got down to like the 20. And then instead of just like running out the clock, they had like 2 minutes left. So while running out the clock, they ran it in for a touchdown and it pushed the lead to 22. And I'm like, this is the worst possible thing that could ever happen to me.
That sucks.
So yeah, but BetStamp was great for it. And it got me the best odds that I could have won a little bit more, but I didn't because I just don't win. But you can see me on there betting on Auburn to cover the spread while not covering the spread. And you can see all of us and what we do, and you can see your friends and all that stuff. So it's a great spot to bet. It's a good social experience. And you make yourself a little bit more money. So yeah, go to betstamp.app, use the promo code ASports, that's EH Sports. And yeah, help make yourself some money. Back to baseball.
Yeah, back to baseball. And we're gonna start off with a little bit of sad news.
Sad news.
Yeah. Yes. So it has been announced officially that MLB legend, current Tigers DH Miguel Cabrera will be hanging it up after the 2023 MLB season.
One of 3 people to win the Triple Crown? If I'm not mistaken. I don't think there's many.
No, wasn't a lot of them. Like
definitely the most recent person to win the Triple Crown.
Yes, which was like 20. What was it? 20.
Let me see here because it was starting to doubt that.
Yeah, but Miguel Cabrera, one of the best hitters of all time, 3,000 hits. Like I believe he has 500 home runs, if I'm not mistaken. Like, oh yeah, he did.
Yeah, he's like 198 away from 700. Yeah, he did. I had tickets to that game. I didn't go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it hurts.
But yeah.
Okay, there's a lot more than 3.
Yeah, but he was.
There might be 3 in the. No, there's. He was the first one since 1967. Last one to do it was Carl Yastrzemski in 1967.
Jeez.
He's the first person to do it when baseball became competitive. We'll call it. There's some big names on that list too. You got Yastrzemski's on there, Mickey Mantle, Ted Williams, Lou Gehrig, Jimmy Fox, Roger Hornsby again, Ty Cobb, Nap Lajoie, Tip O'Neill.
Okay.
Tip O'Neill in 1887.
Jeez.
First person to hit for the Triple Crown. Take a guess at the year. You don't have to guess the player because
1867.
1878.
Okay, close enough.
Yeah, it's not bad. He played for Pro. I'm not sure what that abbreviation is.
But yeah, on a real note, Miguel Cabrera, 2-time MVP, 12-time All-Star, 2003 World Series champ, 4-time batting title, 7-time Silver Slugger.
Not bad.
Like career, he's a career 308 hitter.
That's okay.
384 on base, 542, 908 OPS with a 142 OPS plus, 507 career home runs.
You could put him in this year's Hall of Fame ballot, and he would be a unanimous first ballot guy.
Yes, and if he's not a unanimous Hall of Famer, it's a fucking shame.
Yeah.
Like,
did you know Jake Peavy had a pitching Triple Crown?
What was it, strikeouts, innings, and wins?
I think that's
or ERA. I think it's strikeouts, innings, and ERA. Or wins.
This one has wins, ERA, and strikeouts. I think, or it just shows. No, that doesn't make sense. Oh yeah, 2020. Okay, It says wins, losses, ERA, strikeouts. So I'm assuming it's wins.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
But Jake Peavy.
Yeah.
I don't remember Jake Peavy being that good. It was 07, so I was
San Diego. Jake Peavy was.
Yeah, that was the 2007 he played for San Diego. Johan Santana the year before did it. We had 2 Triple Crown winners in the same year for pitchers. Can you guess the 2? I'll give you the year. 2011.
2011. Was that Justin Verlander?
Was Justin Verlander?
In the National League.
National League.
Obviously not DeGrom. Obviously not. Was it Tim Lincecum?
It was not Tim Lincecum.
Fuck.
You're in the right division.
Clayton Kershaw?
was Clayton Kershaw.
Jeez.
Clayton Kershaw went 21-5 with a 2.28 and 248 strikeouts. Verlander went 24-5 with a 2.40 and 250 strikeouts.
All right. We're disgusting.
Yeah. Crazy.
All right.
Man.
Now we get into
that guy's gonna make $40 million.
Facts.
And he was doing that in 2011.
Yes, we get into the rumor mill. So it is apparently made official that the Yankees have put in their first offer for Aaron Judge.
Mm-hmm.
It is at a whopping 8 years, 300 bags, 300 mil.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. That's 37.5 per year.
Pretty good. Makes him the highest paid player in baseball.
Yes, like it's not even a question anymore. He's going to be the highest paid player in baseball after this year. Like,
I think that's a little nuts.
Yeah, but apparently it's also 50-50, like where he goes.
Yeah, I love to hear it.
Which is great.
Hopefully, we lean more towards San Francisco.
Yeah, just seems like a Cali guy, big dude.
I'm really excited to see the Dodgers swoop in last moment and be like, "Here's all the money in the world."
Yeah, that's gonna suck. But as long as he's out of the American League, I will shut up.
Or Uncle Stevie sweeps in and goes, "Hey, here's $1 billion.
Yeah,
play for me for the rest of your life."
Hey, House Steinbrenner, do you remember what I said earlier in the season? How about
I lied.
I lied.
Bang, just whips it out.
All right, yeah, and then next, the Dodgers have apparently made an offer to Kodai Senga.
Yes,
5 years, $70 million.
I'm out. That's so long.
It's a lot of commitment.
That's a lot. I'm here for the imports if it's a 2-year trial thing.
Yeah,
that's something I do.
Senga is 29, so it's about 14 million going up to age 34.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I mean, but when you're the Dodgers, you can kind of do that.
Yeah, that's fair. We're not going to play that game, I don't think.
No. And then next we got the Sean Murphy, as we mentioned earlier. Everybody's in on Sean Murphy. The Rays are in on him. The Guardians, the Red Sox.
Now, I don't know if you have it on here. No, the Rays are doing some weird shit.
Are you talking about the signing?
No, I'm talking about the fact that they're in on DeGrom.
Oh, that was weird to me. Yeah, they're in on DeGrom. This is
a team that doesn't spend any money, and they're going after the biggest fish in the pitching market.
Yeah,
crazy.
It's a little weird.
It's strange. Plus, they seem to be almost rebuilding or retooling, maybe.
The Rays are the Rays, man. You can't.
What does Jacob DeGrom turn into on the Rays? Because we know they make pitchers better. So how do you make Jacob DeGrom better? Other than staying healthy.
He's going to piggyback Jeffrey Springs.
Tyler Glasnow.
Shut up.
That's just a disgusting rotation.
So yeah, and then we can get into so apparently we could stick with the Padres. They're in on the shortstop market.
Well, they'd have to be, right?
Xander Bogaerts. They're looking at. It's interesting to me, but
the Padres like to spend, and they don't have a shortstop next year
for 80 games.
Is it only 80?
Yeah,
I thought it was.
Well, I mean, no, because it was 80 at the halfway point of this year.
It's less than 80, but
it's 40. He'll be back in mid-May, June.
Well,
I mean, but
all things considered, you never fucking know with that kid.
They'll move him to the outfield. That's what they'll do.
Yeah, you could pop out his shoulder doing dirt bike tricks. Yeah, I don't trust him to come back after those 80 games are up.
No, so
could get popped again. Who knows?
Yeah, then another short thought related to the Dodgers. They've looked around at Willy Adames of the Milwaukee Brewers.
It's a nice piece.
I know, it is a very nice piece.
It's a weird Dodgers piece. It doesn't really make sense.
Willy Adames had a sneaky good couple of years in Milwaukee.
Yeah. He doesn't seem like a Dodger though. Trey Turner seemed like a Dodger because he's an elite shortstop. Willy Adames is just quietly really good. The Dodgers are all about we want the biggest fish we can get.
Yeah,
and that's just Willy Adames is not that.
Yeah, Willie doesn't scream Dodger.
No,
but if they do it, I wouldn't be surprised.
No. Maybe that's what they need to do. Get away from the Dodger way because the Dodger way doesn't win you championships.
Yeah, get you good results. But yeah, so then speaking of another person's market, Michael Conforto has a market. The White Sox have looked into him. The Seattle Mariners have looked into him.
I'm surprised we're not back in on him.
I mean, I don't think we are, mainly because he can't play center field.
But they were so interested last year. Just seems like strange that they just decided. Maybe negotiations went really poorly last year.
Well, yeah, because it's Scott.
He said some things about Shapiro's wife that he didn't respect.
You never know. Hey, man, I've met Mark Shapiro, and he's a nice man.
Well, yeah. Well, seems like it. Yeah. Ross Atkins seems like a nice man too. I don't really know, but he's a lawyer, isn't he? So,
I believe.
When
lawyers are nice. All lawyers.
Lawyers are all slimy.
So, we'll get to the big thing with a certain team with this team that I'm about to talk about later. No, we're gonna get to it's free agent. We're gonna get to a free agent signing later that they made. But can the Houston Astros piss off?
You don't need any more championships.
They have officially, this is all according to Michael Schwab. So
I don't trust him.
I mean, he has reliable stuff.
I don't trust
a good bit of the time. So apparently, the Astros have reached out to Brandon Nimmo, Wilson Contreras, and Cody Bellinger.
They can fuck right off. Michael Schwab is a more reliable MLB nerds. They just throw a bunch of shit at the wall, and eventually something sticks. Right. Well, he has more stuff that sticks.
I mean, I believe the Bellinger and the Contreras.
The Contreras one, I absolutely believe.
The Nimmo one, I'm like 40, 60 on.
But yeah,
because that's the one position the Astros don't have is a center fielder.
Chaz had a big playoff.
He had a big play.
Yeah, he did make a great catch.
Yeah.
And he had a couple of big home runs.
And broke the heart of his family.
Yeah.
We're diehard Phillies.
That's so funny.
It's hilarious.
We can talk about they signed fucking.
Yeah, we'll get to this here because we're about to get into the signings anyway. Jose Abreu is a
Houston Astro.
The Houston Astro, and I'm tapped in with White Sox fans. Oh boy, are they down tremendous. They are. Jose Abreu for the White Sox was the culture of that team. He was their best hitter. He was the guy for that team. Arguably, he's gonna, from all accounts, he's one of the greatest White Sox of all time. And he's just gone.
Because right next to Michael Jordan.
Yeah, but he's gone because they believe in Andrew Vaughn. And
Gone for Vaughn.
But Jose Abreu,
the people that instantly went to regression. It's shut up, dude. You can't predict regression.
Granted,
Justin Verlander's 100 years old and he just won the Cy Young. You can't predict regression.
Yeah. Granted, he had the least amount of home runs he's had in a while. It was 15 home runs. He had 75. He still hit 300. His OPS was still good. All of his baseball savant stuff is still projects well. His hard hits and expected batting average and everything. Yeah. He's still good.
Yes.
And it's just funny that the Astros were oh yeah, we have a ageless Cuban first baseman who hits the ball really well. We're going to go to
another one.
So we're just going to get the better ageless Cuban first baseman that hits the ball. But yeah, the
same guy.
Different 3 years, 19 and a half per. So
such a nice deal. You didn't tell me that he's going to get bad enough in 3 years that contract's going to hurt.
So are we looking at the best infield in baseball now?
We're looking at the best team in baseball.
Already
the best team in baseball.
No shit, but
they're now the better than the best.
Is the best infield in baseball? Because there's them.
The Braves lost
Dansby.
Or they might lose Dansby.
There's
if the Braves hang on to Dansby, I think they give them a run for their money.
You could say the Cardinals even. Edmund,
they have the best corner.
Arenado and Brandon Donovan.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think, but dude, they're projecting
two MVP candidates in the same infield.
Someone put out a lineup of what the Astros could have, and it's it was Altuve, Pena, Jordan, Bregman, Tucker, Abreu, Contreras, Michael Brantley, Chas McCormick. Are you kidding me?
I hate this.
Are you kidding me?
I don't want the Astros to be good anymore. I'm so tired of it.
And the crazy thing is, that lineup I just said, very plausible.
Yeah.
All they need to do is sign Wilson Contreras and bring back Michael Brantley, which Michael Brantley's probably going back there. But oh my God.
I know there's a lot of hate on the Astros for what they did.
But dude,
And
they built.
I don't hate the Astros for what they did anymore. I just hate the Astros for the fact that they're the fucking Astros.
They're so
So
good.
tired of this.
They're so good.
So tired of seeing this.
Yo, if
Was
you
it
have
6
Michael,
straight years that they went to the ALCS?
yeah,
2
bro, this.
championships?
Imagine if you had Michael Brantley as your 8 hitter. Come on, man.
I hate it. I'm so
Yeah,
tired of the
it's
Houston Astros.
actually ridiculous.
Why do you have to take everybody's candy? You're the kid on the playground that bullies everyone else and takes all their shit.
Mm-hmm.
Stop.
It's
Be nice. Hand out stuff. Don't take it. You have enough.
Speaking of handing out stuff, the Pirates are weird.
What are the Pirates?
The Pirates signed Carlos Santana for 1 year, $6.7 million.
That's the best news I've ever heard, too, because I don't have to see him in the AL.
No, but it's just like, what?
I don't know.
Like,
I can tell you. That just made no sense.
Yeah,
I don't know what the Pirates are.
A lot of the deals this week are just like minor and very weird.
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, I guess the Pirates get veteran guy leader stuff and such and stuff and stuff. And
I don't know what they're trying to be.
Yeah, it's weird.
I don't get it.
Another thing is a person that used to be a good pitcher. The Padres got a minor league deal, Julio Teheran. Like, just put that there.
Julio Teheran, eh?
Yeah,
Julio pitched last year.
I don't think he did.
Oh,
like,
okay.
and if he did, it was obviously not memorable.
No. Okay.
Like, so
didn't the Jays talk to Teheran at one point?
I think, but it was back when
I don't know if that was
last
year. Yeah,
still kind of okay. Yeah. Speaking of the Blue Jays, a former Blue Jay goes to the Cincinnati Reds. Our boy, the mailman, Luke Maile.
I did see that.
Yeah, which was like weird. Yeah, a lot of these deals at the beginning of this like stuff. When I was writing this down, it's just like I just need something to talk about. And
all of our old catchers go to shit teams.
Yeah,
all of them.
Speaking of, I'm just gonna shut up my guys, Sean Anderson and Herb Lawrence before I say this. Speaking of shit teams, the Chicago White Sox got some sunshine in their life, signing Mike Clevinger.
Yeah,
1 year, $12 million.
Clev's got a long way to go. He's gonna become what he was before. I just don't see it.
Yeah. No, that's not it.
It's an easier division.
Yeah, much easier.
So that's about all he's got.
Getting his shit pushed in by the Dodgers.
Yeah,
like
you go to the AL mid, I think you'll be fine.
Yeah. And then let's see what else do we have here. Chris Davinsky, to the Angels.
Okay.
Like, it's cool. I guess he's a reliever. The Angels are doing stuff.
I'll say it every time they get brought up. The Angels suck.
Yeah, I believe it when I see it.
Like,
and then a move that the Nationals made. The Nationals made their one move. Someone that I kind of wanted the Blue Jays to like look at. I didn't want him to actually sign. Just be like kind of interesting.
Just talk to him.
Just talk to him. See
how he's doing.
Jeimer Candelario.
The
Candyman. Signed with the Nationals.
He got non-tendered, right? By the Tigers.
Yeah, he got non-tendered. It's interesting. Like, of all the people that got non-tendered, I know he had a bad year last year, but like,
there's a little bit of upside there. I think it's a good move for the Nats to make because they could trade him.
Yeah. And then the Dodgers get involved in the things finally. Shelby Miller.
Shelby Miller. He was retired.
He was on the Giants last year. Had a really, from all the advanced metrics and everything, had a really good year. Season. So that means he's going to be the fucking ace with the Dodgers.
Yeah.
Out of the bullpen.
The guy's going to probably finish third in Cy Young voting.
Yeah, out of the bullpen, miraculously.
Yeah.
And then these next two moves are just like, just broke my brain as far as like why like this pitching market is overpriced.
Oh, the money. Okay.
The money.
Yeah.
Matt Boyd goes back to the Tigers. 1 year, $10 million.
Matt Boyd did have a good season
when he came back he had a good season 2 years ago and then was injured the entire time. And then he came back a little bit with Seattle and was like decent, but $10 million?
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. And then 1 year.
Okay.
And
it's cheaper than the QO.
Yeah, cheaper than the QO. Something that wasn't 1 million or 1 year and 1 million. Zach Eflin of the of our former team, the Philadelphia Phillies, got 3 years, $40 million from the Tampa Bay Rays, which I can't believe I'm about to say this. Zach Eflin now holds a record. That was the most expensive free agent contract ever given out by the Tampa Bay Rays.
Are you serious?
I am so serious. because you can't count Wander, you can't count Kevin Kiermaier.
Oh, yeah. And
Zach
they're
Eflin
trying to be in on DeGrom.
Zach Eflin, 3 years, $40 million, is the most expensive free agent in Tampa Bay Rays history.
Did you see in that DeGrom thing that they think they're a good place to play? Like that was one of their things. Like they want to be a part of it because they think they have a good baseball. They're a good baseball city, I think was the exact words. Like you play in a trash heap.
You don't even play in the city that your name says you are.
You don't even play in front of fans. Should we keep going or
Bro, I look like if you're
there's
gonna be
lots of things you can say that are really good about the Rays.
Can you at least be honest with us, guys? You're not the Tampa Bay Rays. You're the St. Petersburg Rays.
Yeah, you
Like,
can say
stop it.
many good things about the Rays. They have an incredible pitching staff because somehow they just churn out pitchers.
They have a good farm system.
They're really annoying to play against.
Yes.
They have one of the brightest young stars in baseball.
Mm-hmm. Two of them, really.
They have two young pitchers that could be really special in Boz and McClanahan.
Mm-hmm.
They have a guy that could be a bona fide ace in Tyler Glasnow.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing you can definitely not say about the Rays is that they play in a good place to play.
Nope.
It's a terrible stadium. It's the worst stadium in the MLB. There's no denying that one. And they play in front of 14 people every night, give or take. Sometimes the family comes out and you make it up to like 18 or 19, but it's usually about 14 people. And I don't think that's the one that pulls Jacob deGrom out of one of the biggest MLB cities in the world.
No, like
you're going to go from the Mets to the Rays.
Yeah, no.
When Texas is an option, Texas with a brand new ballpark and a bit of a future, I'd say.
When the Blue Jays are an option,
the Blue Jays should be an option, but I don't think they want in on that. You know what? I don't really want in on that.
I know. I don't either. I was just saying that to say it.
Yeah. Like if you could guarantee me a full season of Jacob deGrom, I'd throw him a lot of money.
Yeah.
Like you cannot guarantee me a full season of Jacob deGrom. It just doesn't happen. I've never seen it. Even the years he won Cy Young, I'm pretty sure he got hurt both years.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not. It's just a worrisome guy to go after. Is that it?
Yeah, I think that was it because there was no trades of any kind.
No. It's been a rather slow offseason.
Yeah, it's been slow, but we've been making these episodes somehow the longest of our entire podcast.
We're just barreling through episodes and
like 2 hours.
If you've made it this far, thank you.
Yeah,
I don't know how you listen to us for 2 hours, but
yeah, like Brant said earlier, kind of midway through when we finished our Blue Jay stuff. We started this podcast on just like a whim? Kind of a whim. Like a whim, like on a me throwing some shade at Brant not having his own podcast back.
Yeah.
And we ran with it, man. Like we're entering our 6th month of doing this.
Has it been 6 months?
We started
July.
In July.
Oh yeah.
It was July, I think it was 15th was our first podcast episode.
Wow.
So yeah, and like I just want to give a shout out to one special person, a listener. Amy. I want to give a shout out to Amy 10J on Twitter. She like made a point to say that we're in her top 5 for Spotify of the year. Like Amy.
Thank you.
Like I replied to you on Twitter. Thank you. Thank you to all the listeners, the viewers of this, the people that like found us through our shit posts on TikTok and Instagram. Like, thank you to all the people that found us when we were bandwagoning the Phillies and Padres. Like,
that was fun.
Yeah, just thank you for joining the ride because we are 2 people that do not deserve the love that we have received.
No,
like we're a bunch of Kevin Vigio and Danny Jansen shit posters. Really,
we stand the losers,
the losers, because
our
as Jano and Chapman said it best, it's been such a long time, and like
I noticed them when we were going through. A lot of my favorite guys end up being like the backup catchers. I apparently just have a thing for backup catchers.
I
Because
mean, dude,
like I loved
it's
Zach Collins. I love Tyler Heineman. Danny Jansen's been my guy.
like I have a thing for like I think I've said it. I have a thing for infielders that just like are good at with runners in scoring position.
Yeah.
Because like one of my favorite players,
I'm
Yohan
just
Moncada,
here
makes
for
no sense.
the scrappy dudes that just claw
Yeah,
their way
man.
back into the lineup.
Yeah, I think the combined like average of
Mhm.
our of like the combined batting average of the people that we stand is maybe like 240.
And I think a lot of that's carried by Jansen.
That was like 208. Chappie was
Mhm.
229.
Yeah.
Like my favorite pitcher on the team had the most
Oh,
confusing
just
season in
not
MLB
good.
history.
Just
Like,
yeah,
yeah,
just unbelievable.
we stand for those who don't who stands want to jump off.
Yeah.
But yeah,
We're on the bandwagon, the empty bandwagons. We sit on the empty bandwagons alone.
yes. So, but yes, as I said, guys,
Thank you.
thank you
Thank
so
you for
much. Like, we are hoping to continue this for as long as we can go and
Mhm.
make it a forever thing.
I
And
don't
part
know
of
how
you,
you guys do it. I
yeah,
couldn't listen to me talk for that long.
yeah, seriously, man. Like I remember when we first did the first couple podcasts, I was like, all right, let me see the YouTube video. I'll listen to it like
Yeah.
4 or 5 times, just like let's see how I. And then now I'm just like, I'll skip to the
I'm
funny
done
parts.
listening to me.
I'll skip to the funny parts. Like I hear myself talk for
It's
2 hours
too
a
much.
day.
It's just
But
too
yeah,
much.
but yeah,
Yeah. Thanks for listening.
yep.
If you've made it this far, definitely thanks for listening. It's been a long time.
Seriously,
Thanks for this marathon run with us.
yeah. Like,
We will be back next week.
yes.
Yeah, it's
It'll be
December. Enjoy
29.
your holiday run here, whatever you celebrate.
Yeah, yeah. You know, now we
It's a fun
can
time.
like actually start saying Christmas things because
Yeah.
it's not November anymore.
No. No. I'm
I
just like I'm feeling the Christmas spirit this year. I don't know what it is. It's just like
am, but I'm
I'm here
also
for it.
like
Last year I was like the Grinch. I don't know why. There's like I don't like celebrating Christmas early. I think it's just stupid. This year I'm just like,
no.
hey, you know what?
Eh,
It only comes once a year.
let it
Might as
happen.
well extend the period for as long as we can.
I mean that and takes the sting off of the last couple months.
Yeah. It's also just a reason to just have Christmas parties and drink and have a good time. So
Yeah,
I'm
hold
gonna
up.
do that as many times as I can. And yeah.
No, I
Thanks
was
for
just trying to.
listening.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you guys so much.
We will see you next week. As always, don't forget to check out betstamp.app. Use the promo code ASports. That's EH Sports. And that's it. Everything you need to know is in the description below. You can find all our socials and everything. Like, comment, subscribe, talk to us. We liked it. We like to hear what you guys have to say.
Yep.
We'll catch you next week.
Peace.
Cheers.